there, I'm Adeline and it's so nice to meet you. Welcome to the 39th Celebrity Synastry chart reading where we will be covering Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. For those new and returning, I take notes on a synastry chart looking at the personal planets, signs, aspects, and birth times available house overlay. I also add my insights and interpretations along the way, and of course feel free to leave your own in the comments below. Before we get started, give this video a like and subscribe for more celebrity synastry chart readings. I post these weekly, and let's get into it. Starting off with the sun, we have Britney's sun in Sagittarius and Justin's sun in Aquarius. These are both masculine signs. They share an active lifestyle. I imagine they would have, considering the age they were at and they were in the peak of their career or just getting to the peak of their career really. Both keep up with current trends. They were the current trend. Emotionally detached relationship. They maintain their independence. I think this would be relating to, I don't believe they ever did any real collabs as such together. They did have their own careers. It's a progressive relationship. Britney's sun in Justin's 4th house. There's a sense of familiarity. Justin trusts Britney deeply. Strong desire to live together. I'm not sure if they ever did live together in the time they were together. Justin feels secure around Britney. Britney feels they belong together. Britney is very protective of Justin and they are both committed to each other. Justin's sun in Britney's 5th house. They have creative and fun dates. Britney enjoys the adoration from Justin. Britney has a great love for Justin and they have a desire to have children together. I think this would be just from what we know publicly and from what we've seen with just Britney feels they belong together. I feel like this will be coming more from Britney's end. Justin defines beauty according to Britney. Justin may be overlooking Britney's flaws. Just want to skew this one a bit. We could potentially see this as, I guess, Justin overlooking Britney's sort of more like human-like qualities, maybe focusing a bit too much on her like flawless image, I guess you could say. And not really focusing on the human Britney. Characterized by luck and pleasure, I definitely see that they were a very young and successful couple. Justin sees Britney as a source of pleasure. Their sons are sextile to each other, so they get along and they are supportive of each other. Mutually beneficial relationship. I assume this would be related to obviously the money career. Help with each other's self-esteem, and they are comfortable and natural with each other, and they are both willing to make the relationship work. Britney's sun sextile Justin's Jupiter. Britney energizes Justin and they're good travel companions. I assume they surely at least like a couple times would have traveled together. I'm not sure if they did ever like frequently travel together, but I'm sure at least once or twice they would have had to together. Justin is generous with Britney. Mutual respect remains after end. I hope we will see more because that does not seem to be the case in real life. So potentially this is a one-off or we'll see a bit more depending what remains after the end. Both want to make the other happy. Justin boosts Britney's confidence, which we did see earlier how they boost each other's self-esteem, and he generally seems to find her attractive. Justin opens up new doors for Britney, which I find interesting because I'm pretty sure they both had a very similar startup. You know, they were both on the Mickey Mouse Club. I guess like it would have been slightly different because Britney sort of had a first solo career and that's it. She's just been solo. But then Justin did have his band. Justin frequently gives Britney the benefit of the doubt. Britney's sun sextile Justin's Saturn. It's a long-term relationship. I'm pretty sure when they were together for a while. They work on common goals together. Justin is loyal to Britney. This is interesting. I feel like we've already seen a couple times that is a bit opposite from, what we know as a public about these two. Both feel they can rely on each other, they can work together business-wise, so a lot of business as well together. They both feel a sense of commitment to each other. Potentially as well, this just came to my head, because we also have to consider that these two, because they were on the Mickey Mouse Club together, we also have to consider these two were I guess childhood friends. They at least knew each other, at bare minimum had that sort of colleague dynamic when they were kids before they got together when they were adults. Justin's sun conjunct Britney's moon. It's a powerful connection. I definitely see that. I mean, we all did. Blending of goals together. Britney plays a supportive role. Justin tends to lead the relationship and initial attraction is felt by Britney. Justin's sun, Trine, Britney, Saturn. They work well together, we keep seeing. It's a sensible relationship. Britney is loyal to Justin, so we can see this from both ends, which is good. We'll have to see a bit more on Justin's end. Britney guides Justin with her wisdom. They both desire to build a lasting relationship. So we've already seen this a couple times, that it's long term, and it's specifically that they want it to be long term. I wonder if we will see specifically in the reading what it is, because I believe from what I know, there was never given a specific reason why they separated. It was they separated, and then there were rumors that Britney was the one that wasn't loyal, but that was proven to not really be true. So I hope we'll see a bit more. Very interesting so far. Justin is encouraging and supportive of Britney. Britney is attracted to Justin's will and personality. Justin is attracted to Britney's maturity. Wealth can be accumulated through marriage. I'm sure they would have made, oh my gosh, a lot of money if they got married. And challenges Adele with perseverance. So now it's time for moon. We have Britney's moon in Aquarius and Justin's moon in Sagittarius. Again, these are both masculine signs. They have similar emotional needs. It's an unconventional relationship. I would say so, definitely, in terms of, I feel like they were a huge couple when they were in the limelight together, like pretty much no one else has seen before. Like, I guess the equivalent of that would be like Selena and Justin, but you know, that was years after. There's not really many couples that really took the media by storm. Possibly share social circles. I'm pretty sure they did for like a while. If these differ, it will be hard. Relationship lacks depth and intimacy. Yeah, I think we did see before how it was a bit more of an emotionally detached relationship, and if they do have those similar emotional needs, maybe they don't need as much we'll see a bit more, but maybe they just genuinely don't need as much like emotional, you know, nurturing in the relationship. It would make sense then why it would lack that depth if they don't really go out to make it and seek it. Britney's moon in Justin's 6th house. Britney has conflicting feelings towards Justin. Yeah, I think especially like just combining with what Britney has said about Justin and what we're seeing in this reading, I could understand why she felt conflicted, because like so far Justin doesn't seem to be the worst in this reading. You know, genuinely, like, he doesn't seem to be too bad. Outside of the fact this reading has been very like work and emotionally detached focused, but that has been like a general on both ends, not specifically Justin is creating that atmosphere. And from what she has said, that, you know, he wasn't a great person, you know, potentially would have been that situation where, like, you know, there was both good and bad. She kept focusing on the good of him, which, understandable. Like, they were both super young in this relationship, so I'm not really surprised. Both are too helpful to each other, easy to create a resentful relationship, can be beneficial working towards a mutual goal. Yeah, we keep seeing this, a mutual goal together would bring lots of wealth. We get it. Justin's moon in Britney's 3rd house. They communicate well. Justin is supportive of Britney's priorities. Great, I would love to see this, but just with the relationship they have would be career first, and it's a massive career to uphold. Her prioritizing her career would be not seeing each other, which I'm not obsessed with, and he would know that. He's in a similar position. Britney enjoys Justin's company, and Britney thinks of Justin often. It's a relaxed and productive relationship. Britney's moon trine Justin's Jupiter. There's good fortune, what a surprise. Possibility of being too excessive, I'm also not really surprised. Young people with that much money, they're happy in each other's presence, which is nice. We do kind of keep seeing, we honestly haven't seen anything too bad so far, except that this is very much a work-focused relationship. Adventure is important in this relationship, honest communication is easy, and Justin helps Britney with her emotions. Potentially, because I do want to consider what we do know, potentially this could have been when they were younger and they were both, like, I'm sure when they were young in going into this environment that they would have sort of relied on each other for that support. Britney's moon trine Justin Saturn. Building on past traditions is important. It's a stable relationship, potential for accumulating wealth. I swear, every aspect is just wealth. We get it, they're rich. Britney sees Justin as mature, so they both see each other as mature. Interesting. Justin is accountable with Britney. This is weird, because I'm pretty sure that Justin wasn't loyal in their relationship, but we keep seeing that he was very much loyal. He was very accountable with her, as we just saw. So I'm just confused. Potentially this would have been before they were in a relationship, when they were friends, maybe, but like it's a bit weird for, like, you know, teenagers to be like accountable with each other in that way. I'm not sure. Justin prioritizes domestic life. Justin's desire for commitment is appealing to Britney. Potentially, like, it would have to be when they were, like, younger, right? And Britney, from what we see, is very genuinely, like, interested in having a family and having that sort of, like, nuclear picturesque family, which, fair enough. But if she, I guess, saw that in Justin when he was younger, if that makes sense, like, obviously, like, not together and, like, you know, oh my gosh, let's have kids together. But maybe he did express that sort of desire, like, one day he would like to settle down away from this career and have a family. Potentially, that's why she maybe found Justin attractive for that. Like, oh, when I am older, like, we could totally make something work together. You know, potentially that's where I'm going with this, just from what we know as a public and everything as well. But definitely let me know if you have more insight, because I don't know a ridiculous amount about these two. So if you have more thoughts, definitely let me know. Justin finds it difficult to be emotionally caring. This is such a big yikes. As I'm saying, wow, Justin has been so great in this reading. Like, what's happening? I guess this is a part of why their relationship would be a bit more emotionally detached. Can achieve mutual long-term goals together. I feel like a record player. Now for the intermission. This video is brought to you by me, my Etsy store, Adeline the Astrologer. If you ever watch this and think, hey, I would like her to read my Synastry chart, well, I will. I do personalized Synastry readings on my Etsy store, both basic and detailed. The basic one is very simple to understand. It's not overwhelming at all. It's pretty good for those that are beginners to astrology, just getting the head around astrology, or just as a fun gift idea. The detailed one is just like what I do on my channel, just a lot of insight and interpretation on your chart. So if you are interested in that and everything else astrology and tarot related, readings and gifts, then definitely check out my Etsy store. Links are below. I'm always releasing new things, so definitely check it out if you're interested. You can even just favorite the store just to show your support for free. Thanks for listening, and let's get back to the reading. Justin's moon square Britney's Mars. It's a stormy relationship, and this is where the U-turn happened. Both will need to work out issues as they come. Britney does not have the patience to connect with Justin's feelings. I mean, it makes sense with the moon signs why both of them like don't naturally tend to emotion. It's an emotional roller coaster, very reactive to each other, possibility for codependency. Britney's independence makes Justin feel insecure. I assume this would be relating to, no offense to Justin, but like Britney has a massive career, and has a massive legacy as well. So I assume that's what would have made him feel a bit insecure, like her, I don't want to say rapid rise to success, but like, I guess her massive success and massive influence that she has got. And I think as well, like I'm pretty sure he was in the sort of NSYNC era as well when they were together. So her having this solo career, when I'm sure he would have wanted a solo career as well, that probably would have made him a bit jealous and insecure as well. Like, you know, my girlfriend has this massive solo career. I'm out here just in a band, like a successful band, but I guess to him, you know, he still wants that solo career. Hard to relax together and resentment can grow. Justin's moon sextile Britney's Saturn. Britney feels Justin is committed to her, as we keep seeing in this reading, which is odd. It's not a shallow relationship. I mean, from what we've seen so far, it kind of leans towards more shallow. Like, we just keep seeing a lot of like wealth and emotional detachment. Like, they don't seem to like hate and despise each other, so I guess that's good. Britney is accountable to Justin, and Britney provides practical help. We see again, like we saw before, like one time Justin opens up new doors for Britney, but it seems to be Britney providing the actual help and support here. Justin's moon conjunct Britney's Neptune. Justin makes Britney feel safe. This is sad though. So she probably saw him as like a potential escape. You know, I get along with this guy. I'm attracted to him. We have very similar sort of like attitudes to life. We're in very similar positions in life. And he seems to want to have a family. I want to have that as well. Like, that is really sad if she kind of saw him as a sort of like safe escape place. Britney expects unconditional understanding. Justin is possessive of Britney, which is kind of odd if they are both very accountable of each other. That's a weird thing we keep seeing, like they're both accountable of each other. Which is nothing wrong, but just like with the possessiveness factor, it's a bit concerning. Emotional dependency, they idolize each other, they may lose themselves in each other. They kind of did, like they were a big couple. Art is a shared interest, clearly. They sense and feel each other. Britney finds it easy to read Justin, and Justin feels that Britney cannot fulfill his needs for stability. This is so sad. I hate this reading. This has gotten really sad. Justin's moon is sextile Britney's Pluto. Relationship feels fated. I see. I'm pretty sure neither of them were from, like, California or anywhere like that. Like, they both were, like, worked their way to success. They weren't, like, sort of, like, within Hollywood and, like, trying to make it big. They both kind of accidentally got famous, and, like, I see that. Both their irrational sides come out. I mean, they both were very young, so it's not surprising. Intense meeting, I'm sure. They were both trying to make it in Hollywood. That would be intense. Relationship prevents opportunity for both to heal from the past. I guess this would be relating to, I'm not sure, like, if they did anything before the Mickey Mouse Club, but if they did and, like, I guess still had some, like, were developing issues from that, like, that would have been something. I'm not sure what else it could be relating to. Strong bond and involved in organizations together, so potentially the humanitarian thing. So now it's time for Mercury. We have Britney's Mercury in Sagittarius and Justin's Mercury in Pisces. These are both ruled by Jupiter in traditional astrology. Justin finds Britney egotistical. He seems to be genuinely insecure of Britney's success. Britney can be too brash for Justin. Justin can be a buzzkill for Britney. I mean, I get it if he's being a bit possessive over her. They learn from each other, and Britney gets impatient with Justin. Britney's Mercury in Justin's 4th house. Justin's emotions are sensitive to Britney's words. He does seem to be a bit more, like, you know, sensitive and insecure and vulnerable here, I'm not gonna lie. Justin can predict what Britney will say, so they both seem to read each other very well. Justin's comfortable with Britney and both fit well in each other's lives. They do. Justin's Mercury in Britney's 5th house. Justin is like the sun to Britney. Justin makes Britney's day. See, that's kind of sad because they both seem to, like, have a genuine likeness for each other. They both encourage each other and there's easy communication. It's not a boring relationship, which could be seen as a good thing and a bad thing because we did see it was a stormy relationship, but it's definitely not boring in terms of they do seem to be quite busy and, like, accumulating that wealth. The Mercuries are square together. That's one thing I should probably say. Sagittarius and Pisces are also mutable signs, so they have a contrasting approach to life. Just from what we're getting here, if Justin does seem to be very much career-oriented, whereas Britney does seem to have that drive, but also is, like, potentially looking to settle down in the future. Difficult to work together. Potentially why they never, like, collaborated actually together. There's difference in opinions. They need to make an effort to be tolerant of each other, think the other is wrong, and both feel they cannot get along with each other. So I guess with all of this, potentially why Justin didn't genuinely see that Britney is someone he could settle down with, or fulfill his needs for stability, I guess. Britney's Mercury, sextile Justin's Saturn. Justin helps Britney focus. I'm sure if he keeps encouraging her to focus on her career, sure. Britney feels she can learn a lot from Justin. They solve problems together, dry conversations, and a good business partnership. We keep seeing the work element together. I'm glad we haven't seen anything really to indicate that they were set up though, which is nice. Britney's Mercury conjunct Justin's Uranus. Justin challenges Britney's way of thinking. They come up with original ideas together and they are impulsive together. So I guess going back to that stormy relationship, how adventure is a part of this relationship. So they, you know, have that element. Discover new ways of seeing the world together and they are creative together. Britney truly understands Justin's originality. They grow intellectually together. I'm sure they did, very much so. Share an interest in unusual topics. Justin's Mercury, Trine Britney's Jupiter. Britney is enthusiastic about Justin's thoughts and ideas. We just saw she's very much supportive of him. Strong friendship. I'm sure it was in the beginning. Positive and inspiring conversations. They enjoy traveling together. We see again that they have that travel companion dynamic. Britney introduces Justin to new ways of thinking. So we saw the one-off that Justin opens up new doors for Britney. It seems to be Britney the one that's really pulling Justin along. Britney can be too lenient with Justin. Justin helps Britney with self-expression. Business together is advantageous. Come from different cultures. I'm pretty sure they did, like, have very similar upbringings in terms of, I'm pretty sure they were, like, I guess from like the American South. Maybe they came from two states. In America, that seems to be quite a big difference. But otherwise, they do seem to have very like similar life stories, if that makes sense. Like they're both child stars, both on the Mickey Mouse Club, both were like massive stars in the 90s. There's an optimistic meeting. I'm sure it was like a very intense optimistic meeting, makes sense. Like they're both on the Mickey Mouse Club, they both got their whole lives ahead of them, potential massive careers, which did happen, which is nice. Justin's Mercury, square Britney's Uranus, challenge the way the other looks at things. That does seem to be a very big part of the relationship. Intellectual conversations, Britney finds Justin too traditional. Justin finds it difficult to depend on Britney. Justin's Mercury, Trine Britney's Pluto. There's deep conversations revealing deep dark secrets here. Britney helps Justin open his mind. Again, we see that sort of like challenging each other, like prodding each other's heads. It's a therapist-patient relationship, get to the bottom of matters. They feel very close to each other and they resolve difficult issues together. Justin is fascinated with Britney's depth and Britney appreciates Justin's humor and easygoing nature. So now it's time for Venus. We have both their Venus in Capricorn. They share similar goals and needs. There's a healthy foundation. They agree on money. They definitely agree on making money and prioritizing that. Both are shy when it comes to getting to know each other. I mean, it makes sense, like, considering where they were. They're both very much out of their element when they meet each other. They rely on each other, relationship starts slowly, which that definitely makes sense. Like, if they met, like, I don't know how old they were. I'm gonna guess, like, 11 or 12 or 13 or something. Relationship may become stagnant. Britney's Venus in Justin's 6th house overlay. Britney feels they don't have much in common. Justin senses Britney isn't really into him. Potentially why he may have felt like insecure throughout the relationship. Neither sees the other as their type. That's kind of funny. Helpful and productive relationship. Together as a result of duty and obligation. I feel very sad. Britney's Venus overlaid in Justin's 4th house. Justin feels the need to protect himself from Britney. This is weird. We've seen a lot that Justin seems to like Britney, and be very committed to her. He's loyal to her and everything. But there is also this dynamic, like he can't like take her seriously, if that makes sense. I think his insecurity is a big part of this. Justin has a strong attraction to Britney. Britney senses Justin's hesitancy, potentially why it took a while for them to get together. Uncertainty and tension characterizes their relationship. Their Venus signs are conjunct together, so they appreciate each other's aesthetic taste. I mean, they didn't have too much of a ridiculous contrast in their images. They have a basic understanding of each other. They would have to. I would be shocked if they didn't. At ease in each other's company. There's a potential for long-term here. We keep seeing the potential for long-term. You know, like, I guess in their own way, it was a long-term relationship. Like, they knew each other since they were kids, loving to each other, and they share their social life, not surprisingly so. Britney's Venus, square Justin's Pluto, fine line between love and hate. That makes a lot of sense, because we do see that they seem to, like, naturally like each other and everything and be attracted to each other. There is, yeah, just that, like, but yeah, we have also seen the other way where they do seem to like bring out the worst in each other, so to speak. Bring out each other's deepest insecurities, definitely on Justin's end. Intense fear of losing each other. Power struggles happen, they cannot be just friends. Justin has the higher power. Like, yeah, Britney seems to very much sort of like look up to Justin. Justin's Venus, Trine Britney's Mars. The feeling of love never fades away. Oh, that's sad. Justin makes Britney feel confident and desirable. We did see that in the beginning. They do seem to like actually like make each other feel like more attractive. And it's a fulfilling relationship. In a monetary sense it was, I'm sure. Justin's Venus, square Britney's Jupiter. Justin feels more confident and attractive around Britney, we see again. Britney may be irritated with Justin's possessiveness, that follows up. It's a promising relationship and can find a happy way to share their life. I feel like genuinely this reading seems to be very indicative of their age. We've already seen quite a few things. It's like, oh, of course they're kids. They're very young people. And it's kind of sad because, like, I'm sure they could have, like, it just doesn't seem like it was meant to be. Justin's Venus square Britney's Pluto, so this is a repeated aspect, just inverted, so everything from before is emphasized, but also Britney has the higher power, so going back to the whole power struggles thing makes sense. So now it's time for Mars. We have Britney's Mars in Virgo and Justin's Mars in Aquarius. Britney tends to be critical of Justin. I guess going back to how Justin sees her a bit more brash, I seem like in a young person's mind, if she's seeing that Justin feels a bit more insecure about her career and everything, and obviously I don't think she would want to give it up. She probably would be a bit more like brash and like, Justin, this is what you can do, or like giving him advice and everything so he won't be insecure in their relationship, you know? Experimental relationship, and Britney isn't satisfied with Justin, which makes sense. She doesn't seem to be ridiculously happy here. Neither of them do. Britney's Mars overlaid in Justin's second house. Britney triggers Justin's possessiveness. This is interesting. We keep seeing Justin's possessive. Britney is patient with Justin. Justin is more materialistic in this relationship. I do not like that at all. This is so bad. If his materialism is brought out in this relationship, I have to assume, because we have seen some like good in Justin and all of that, I have to assume that fame and money changed him. I guess money more would have changed him. I have to assume it was that, because if Britney saw like potential in Justin, but we also see a bit of Britney like losing hope in Justin, I have to assume that fame and money changed him to become like this. Britney is sentimental with Justin, but also treats him as an object. Yikes. Justin tends to be more masculine in this relationship. Yeah, Justin's best side was not brought out. Justin's Mars overlaid in Britney's fifth house. Justin likes to initiate dangerous activities. Justin seeks admiration from Britney. He seems to be so insecure here. I know I keep saying that, but he really does. Britney is flustered around Justin. There's possessive tendencies from Justin's end for sure. Justin finds Britney childish and obnoxious. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have the best view on her, does he? Britney's Mars square Justin's Neptune. Circumstances in meeting were never understood by one of the partners. They need honesty to make this work. Justin's Mars trine Britney's Jupiter. They give each other confidence. We keep saying again, they're in sync with each other. They feel they can do anything together. They challenge each other to do their best. I mean, as we keep seeing, they both seem to be very much interested in like pushing each other to do their best. Direct communication, they do physical activities together. There's healthy competition, they energize each other. There's healthy competition, I guess kind of. Justin doesn't seem to appreciate it though. They energize each other when they're feeling low. Justin's Mars trine Britney Saturn. Britney is the anchor. That is so sad. Both can achieve a lot together. Justin finds Britney's predictability attractive. Justin feels he can depend on Britney, and Britney appreciates Justin's individuality. This relationship feels like it genuinely, like, I don't feel like it was the worst relationship, like, in the beginning, for sure. I feel like they were good friends. I'm sure initially it was good in the beginning. It seems to have, like, broken down massively, though. Like, I mean, obviously, why else would they have broken up? It's just so sad. Like, I feel like this wasn't that bad. Like, I guess it was a combination of, like, their youth and everything as well, being in the limelight. That doesn't help anything. Justin's Mars square Britney's Uranus. Exciting but unstable. We saw like that stormy element earlier. It's not long term. Justin gets easily irritated with Britney. I guess like that wouldn't help either. He seems to like, I guess, be like easily triggered by Britney. They may encourage each other to be reckless. I'm pretty sure we saw earlier. Britney is turned on by Justin, so I guess going back to how she saw him attractive but not necessarily her type. Britney triggers Justin's temper. Britney sees Justin as a threat to her independence. I would not be surprised. Like, we haven't seen anything specific, like he's complaining, he's whining to Britney about her success. I'm sure even if he didn't do that, I'm sure she could feel it, that he was very insecure and everything about her career. And potentially she felt like to make him happy, she would have had to, you know, diminish herself. Britney distances herself from Justin, which I don't blame her for. So I assume like the breakup, it seems like it would have leaned towards like her breaking up with Justin. I'm not sure what like the narrative is. Like, as I said, maybe something has come out later on that I'm not aware of. So if you do know, share your thoughts in the comments. Just from what we're seeing here, Britney probably was the one who broke things off like officially, because Justin seems to have that, not dislike towards Britney, it's sort of like his own frustrations and issues with Britney, but he seems to still want to be here, if that makes sense. Justin's Mars sextile Britney's Neptune. Justin is captivated by Britney, but he also sees her as spineless. Relationship seems unbalanced to outsiders. Justin's Mars trine Britney's Pluto. It's intense, yeah. Accomplished a lot together. See, yeah, that's like the main takeaway from this, is that they accomplished a lot together, they accumulated a lot of money together. Lots of primitive energy. Yeah, like they were teenagers, right? That is pretty much primitive energy. They enjoy the power play between them. Oh, I don't like that. Come on, that's not fun, because that seems to be an issue. And if they're enjoying the issues, both go for big changes here. Yeah. I don't want to be like they went for the biggest, like out of every couple in history, they went for the most changes. But I would say they're in like top 5 or 10 for sure. Potential for both to get possessive, definitely on Justin's end. Justin helps bring out Britney's subconscious to the surface. I assume this would be from like them both like challenging each other and everything. That was the final aspect, bringing us to the end of the reading, and I'm pretty sure the longest reading. This is definitely the longest I have filmed, so I'm not sure how long this will end up being altogether, but whoa, that was a lot. Definitely share your thoughts below as well. I would love to hear your thoughts on this specific reading, because that was a journey. And if you did make it this far, please consider subscribing for more. I post these readings weekly. Besides that, give this video a like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!